Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I will show you how to create this. Open After Effects and create a new composition. Let's call it Quick Logo Transition. As always, I'm using 1920 by 1080 resolution and a frame rate of 60. I'm keeping the duration to 3 seconds. Now take an ellipse tool, make sure to keep the fill color to any solid color, and stroke to none. Now draw a circle like I'm doing here. Cool. Now center align this shape. Come to 0 frame, open scale and add a key here. Now leave 30 frames. Here set the scale value covering the whole screen. Perfect. Here I'm changing the shape color to something like off black. Cool. Come back to the first frame. Here set down the scale value to 0. Select both keys and ease them. Open Graph Editor. Select the last key, and make the curve shape like I'm doing here. I'm renaming the layer to Circle 1. Now take a duplicate of this layer and start the layer from 20th frames. I'm changing the color to white. Now, RAM preview your animation. Cool. Hit U on the keyboard to reveal all keys. Come to the last key. Here write your text, or add your logo. I'm using Niobium font here. You can download the same font from the link given in the description. Set the font size to 100. And center align the text. Now hold Ctrl on your keyboard and double click on the anchor point tool to set the anchor point to center. I'm changing the font color to dark orange. Cool. Now pre-compose this layer, name it Logo Holder, and select the Move All Attributes option. Come back to the main comp. Here make sure you are at the last key of Circle 2 layer. Now link the logo holder layer with the Circle 2 layer. After linking, this layer will follow the values of the Circle 2 layer. Cool. Deselect the layer. Now hit the apostrophe key on the keyboard to open the title Safe Lines. Now we gonna draw line for making lines burst animation. Select the pen tool. Change the fill color to none, and stroke color to solid color, and stroke size to around 40. Start drawing a line like I'm doing here. Make sure you draw the line from center part to top, or else animation won't work. I'm changing the color to orange, because I'm going with an orange theme, but you are free to choose your own color. Cool. Now select the selection tool, open the layer properties, here add repeater from add option. Open repeater 1. Go to Transform Repeater 1 property. Set the position X value to 0. And rotation value to 36. And make 10 copies of this line. Perfect. Now again add Trim Paths. Open Trim Paths. Come to 0 frame and add a key on end value to 0. Go 5 frames forward, and set end value to 35. Now go to the 12th frame, and add key on start. Leave 8 frames and set the start value to 35. Now we need offset, so go to 0 frame and add key on offset. Come forward to the 20th frame and set the offset value to 190. Select all keys and ease them. Now we gonna set curves, so select the start key and open the graph editor. Set the curve like I'm doing here. The same do with the end key and offset key as well. Cool. Now we can hide the title Safe Lines. Now you can play your animation. Our lines are looking flat, so let's adjust it. Open Stroke 1, go inside Taper Options, set the start length to 100. And end length to 30. Looking much better now to me. Minimize this layer and rename it to Bold Lines. Now, this step is optional. If you want you can add this. Right-click on this layer, go to Layer Styles, and add Outer Glow. Open Outer Glow Properties, set the color to orange. Change the blend mode to normal. And glow size to 10. Perfect. Now we can trim out the rest of the layer. Now take a copy of this layer and rename it to thin lines. Come to the 8th frame and start the layer from there. Change the stroke size to 10. Now we need to rotate this layer. So turn on Title Safe Lines, take the anchor point tool, and turn on the snapping option. Now snap the anchor point to the center. Open rotation, and change the rotation value to 20. Cool. You can play your animation. Now we got some variations in lines. Again, take a copy of bold lines, keep it above all layers, and rename it to small bold lines. Come to the 25th frame, and start the layer from there. Still, lines are looking big, so let's change it. Open Layer Properties, go inside Contents, open Shape 1 and select Path 1. Now select the top point, and move it down a little bit. Cool. Now we got our small lines. Again, take a copy of this layer, start it from the 30th frame. Rename the layer to Small Thin Lines. Change the stroke value to 10. Again, open Layer Properties, and select the Path option. Select the top point, and move it down as much as you want stroke length. Looking good to me. Now turn on the Title Safe Lines. Take the anchor point tool, and snap the anchor point to center. Now we can turn off the snapping option. Here open rotation, and change the value to 20. If you want, you can scale down the layer. I'm going with 70. Now, only our last part is remaining. For that, go to the 50th frame. Trim out the Circle 1 layer from that part, take a copy of this layer. Now right-click on this layer, go to the Time option, and select Time Reverse Layer. Now place this layer at the ending of the timeline. Come back to 2.9 seconds. Add a key on scale. Go forward to 2.39 seconds, and set the scale value to 0. Open Graph Editor. Here we need to set the curve as we did earlier. Perfect. Now we can trim out the rest of the layer. Cool. Now select all layers and minimize the layers. RAM preview your animation. Awesome. So we are done with the animation part. Now, if you want to change the logo or text, here is how you can do it. Import the logo in the project window. Open the logo holder composition. And drag here the logo. Hide the text layer. Here our logo is big in size, so let's scale it. I'm scaling it around 7. Perfect. Now for removing the white color, search for Linear Color Key Effect and apply it to the logo layer. And simply pick the white color from the eyedrop tool. Now come back to our main comp. And RAM preview your animation. If you want, you can change lines and outer glow color as well, as per your logo color. And we are done with this tutorial. If you find this video helpful, then consider liking and subscribe. I will see you guys next week. Until then, sayonara.